Hello everyone and welcome to Ira tutorial. This is Aarti Naik and today I am going to teach you one of the important English grammar topic, that is gerund, infinitive and participle. Many of the time students are having confusion about the usage of it. If you understand the concept clearly, that will be easy for you to identify gerund, infinitive and participle. So let us start with gerund first. A gerund is a word that is created with a verb. That means gerund has relation with verb, but it functions as a noun. That is very important. When any verb name is function as a noun, it is called as gerund. Always ending in ing. So gerunds are always ending with ing. Being used as a noun, a gerund can function as a subject complement, a direct object or an indirect object or an object of a preposition. So it is important to note that through gerund many look a lot like present participle. So many of the time students are having confusion about present participle and gerund. But if you understand the function of that particular word in the sentence, you will understand gerund very immediately. If it is working as a noun, then it is gerund. There are not the same thing, means present participle and gerund are different thing. In present participle, verb is working as a verb only, but in gerund verb is working as a noun. That is the basic difference. Gerunds are specifically placed in the noun position of the sentence, whereas present participle are placed with the verb phrase, usually as a modifier. Let us see example of the gerund. Brushing your hair prevents it from tangling. Okay. Now here you can see brushing your hair. So here brushing is the name of the activity. Okay. Her number one priority is working. So now here working is used as the name of the thing which is at the first priority, and that is working. So it is gerund. There is no use in standing in a line for 3 hours. So something unuseful activity you are doing and the name of that activity is standing. And that's why standing is not present participle but it is gerund. A gerund is a word that is derived from a verb but function as a noun. That is very important thing. Always you have to keep in mind that gerund is used as a noun. This thing is very important to understand gerund. For example, jogging is a verb but it is a gerund in this example. Jacob enjoys jogging in his spare time. So jogging is the name of the activity which Jacob used to do in his spare time. So gerund is clear to everyone. It is the verb which functions as a noun. That means if any verb is acting as a name of anything, then it is gerund. Now let us see infinitive. Unlike gerunds and participle, infinitive do not change their ending, because for gerund and participle ending means verb is ending with the ing or noun is ending with ing. But for infinitive it is not like that. They always in the simple singular form. But what is important about infinitive, that infinitives are the singular verbs usually preceded by the word to. If any verb in a simple form is attached with to, then it is called as infinitive. They do not have any special suffix. They are just simple in nature. In other words, the verbs are unconjugated. Infinitives can be used as a noun, an adjective or an verb. So it can be noun, it can be adjective or it can be adverb also. Most likely when you are dealing with infinitive, you will be dealing with the present infinitive. That is what we will be looking at today. the to is used. To is very important in infinitive. To is used with the infinitive to show the purpose of something or maybe to express someone's opinion. Okay. So let us say example as a noun, infinitive as a noun. Josh wants to study as soon as he gets home from school. So want to study. To study is the infinitive and to study is the name of the activity which Josh want to do, but it is followed by, the verb is followed by to, and that's why it is example of infinitive, and it is in simple form, nothing is added to verb. Adjective. Today she wants to show Josh a new game to play. Okay, that means game is there, but which new game to play, that is as adjective it is used. Adverb. Josh played the new game with his sister instead of studying to make her happy. So here to make her happy he played. So to make is example of infinitive. An infinitive is a singular unconjugated verb that is usually preceded by the word to, most often used as a noun or an adjective or sometimes as an adverb also. Example, James had always wanted to run. To run is infinitive. To go is infinitive. Okay. So I hope that infinitive is clear to you. Now let us see participles. Very similar to the gerunds are participle. Gerund and participle are in the same form. Maximum time it is in same form when present participles are there. Participles are the words created from the verb that are then used as an adjective to modify nouns in a sentence. So they can also be used as an introduction to the adverbial phrase. There are present and past participle. Present participle always end in ing and correlate to event taking place in the current tense, and past participle can either regular or irregular refer to the event that have already happened. Now differentiating between participles and gerund can be little tricky. Sometimes students have, many of the time we have confusion whether the given example is of participle or gerund. So it's a tricky to understand because participles can actually function as gerunds. For our purposes today, we are going to look at some rather straightforward example. When using a participle as an adjective, you might come across the sentences like this. For example, the browning fruit should be put outside for composting. Okay, browning fruits should be put outside for composting. So now browning is the activity which is done with the fruit. So it is present participle. I spent the whole day studying maths. Studying maths. So here for which I have spent the day, for studying maths. So studying is present participle. The windows were cracked when the rainstorm came through. Now here cracked, it is past participle, example of past participle. But maximum time present participles are only asked to confuse the student between gerund and participle. A participle is a word that is derived from the verb, but it is used to describe a noun. So generally these present participles are used as an adjective or adverb, and gerunds are used as a noun. Example, all that could be heard was a blaring siren as the fire truck raced by. Arriving a little late. Now he arriving, that means it tells about the timing, so it is an adverbial phrase. He sprinted down the hallway to make into his class. Now, one thing you have to remember about gerund and participle. So remember, gerund are the words that are formed from verbs and used as a noun, and it always ending in ing. And participles are the created from the verbs that can be used as a adjectives or an adverbial phrase. But here gerunds are always used as a noun, but present participles are used as adjectives or adverbial phrases, also ending in ing. And infinitives are the verb that take the simple tense and follow to the preposition to. So always this verb which is followed by to in infinitive is always in simple tense. So I hope that the difference between gerund, participle and participle and infinitive must be clear to everyone. Still, if you have query, please write down in comment box, and if you like this video, that also write down in comment box, and don't forget to share it, like it and subscribe the channel. Thank you.